Hey everybody, it's your boy Coach P. Welcome back. I'm really excited for this Google Sheets lesson today. Okay, it's gonna bode well for your future. All right, so let's go ahead and find that Google Sheet practice that we've been working on, and you should have all your rainbow figured out here. Okay, down here, you see you can add multiple sheets. So go ahead and add this little plus button back here. Add a sheet. When you add that sheet, okay, it gives you a whole nother sheet to work with, right? Like tabs on the internet. Okay, you can double click in there and name sheet, name the sheet. Okay, go ahead and label this sheet Apple Store. Okay, label it Apple Store. Okay, and then I want you to go in and I want you to copy these numbers. I want you to go in and I want you to copy, I want you to pause it, I want you to do a split screen, and I want you to copy all the numbers I have here. I'll even zoom in for you so it's easier to see. There you go. All right, so unpause it when you get back and we'll continue with the lesson. Again, write down product, sales, tax, total. Copy all this down just like you see it and copy all these numbers down. All right, welcome back. You should have all that done and completed. Okay, so today we're going to work a little bit more with what it's like to use it as a spreadsheet, right? How can I practically use this kind of technology for a business or my finances or taxes, or say I want to make a Christmas list or a budget, right? How do I do that? Okay, well, first things first, you have to make sure everything is spelled correctly. Okay, if you notice here, we did not spell MacBook correctly. Okay, it should be one word. But instead of going through and fixing it all, I'm going to go to Tools. No. Edit, Find and Replace. I'm going to type in what was wrong, MacBook, and I'm going to replace it with MacBook with no space. Right, and I can search all my sheets, just this sheet, just this range. Okay, go ahead and click this sheet. Okay, match entire cell contents. Oh no, that's not true, because then it wouldn't replace MacBook Air and MacBook Pro. Okay, so we're just going to hit replace all. Replace 3 instances. Now we look, if we see it's done, they're connected now. Done. So if you ever make a big error, typically like in a name or an address or something, and you want to go through and find and replace them all you can also just look to find stuff, right? Like if I have huge spreadsheets, and say I just want to find iPad, find. I click find. There's one instance. There's another instance. There's another instance. There's another instance, right? It'll show me all of them in a row. Okay, Chloe, come in. So go ahead and pause. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take all these numbers and we're going to format them as currency. Right, instead of going through and each of these and typing in a dollar sign and a decimal, okay, instead we're going to select the column. Right, by selecting the B up top, we select the column. And then see this dollar bill sign up here? Dollar bills, y'all. If you click it, it turns all these numbers into money. Look at that. Now that's more appealing because now we can see more easily what this number means with the MacBook, right? How much sales went down. Okay, great. Now let's work on figuring out the rest of these columns. Okay, for tax purposes, what's tax? About 8%. But remember, these sheets are calculators. So if I hit equals, then click that number, that cell, it'll automatically do it. And then I need to do times. 8%, 0.08. That will give me the tax. Now if I hit enter or tab, it'll give me the number. All right, so this is how much money they made in sales from the MacBook, and this is how much tax they made. Excuse me, they charged per all those MacBook sales. Okay, let's try it again. Equals, click the cell, times 0.08. There we go. Okay, now on this third one, let's try this. Equals, times 8%. Error. I didn't click my cell. Whoop. There we go. Now let's try it. Tab. And there we go. See, so I can either do 0.08 the decimal, or I can do 8%, and it knows the difference. Now there's a lot of cells here to fill in, but instead of just doing all of them one by one, I'm going to click here. I'm going to drag this little square and just drag it all the way down. And it's going to automatically use that same formula for all of these. And if you look up here up top, B9 times 8%, B9, B10, B10, B11, B11. Okay? So once you write one formula in, it'll do the rest for you. Okay, pretty handy. All right, now let's do the total. Let's do a sum. These over here, this is called a sigma. Okay, it looks like an E for equations, right? But it's called a sigma. Sum. 1, 2. Nope, 1 and 2. You have to drag it. Tab. Whoop. And there you go. All right, I can also do equals this plus this, right? Or I can do equation sum of these two numbers. I had to drag across. I didn't click and click. I had to drag it across. And there we go. And like we learned last time, I can just click and drag it on down through all the charts and get my numbers. Wonderful. Okay, great. Now let's go ahead and let's format the top a little bit. I want these bolded, and I want them all center justified. Wonderful. Okay, now let's do some totals and sales. So down here, go ahead and add totals. Okay, and how would I add the sum of all my sales? Right, I can do equals plus plus plus, or I can do sum of all of these and hit tab. Boop. There it is. The sum of all of these. Okay. And the total. Oh wait, that doesn't make sense. The sum of all of these. And there we have it. All my totals to be bold. Okay, now look, there's all this extra space here on the left I'm not really using. So if I click in between the columns, I can click and drag to make that column closer. If I double click that column, I can shrink. If I double click it, it'll automatically shrink to an ideal size. If I feel like it's crowded, right, give it some more space. That's okay. No problems. All right, next we're going to do, let's see, we've done multiplication, we've done addition. Now we're going to do division. Right, say these are my sales for 1 week. Sales for 1 week. And I want to know how much I made a day on MacBooks. Right here I can do, let's go ahead and cut this and move it up here. And here let's do this. Let's say sales per day. I want to bold that. So if I want the sales per day, okay, I need to divide by, if it's 1 week, how many days do I need to divide by? 7. So let me come here, let me hit equals. What number would I want? Sales per day, so I probably want sales. Okay, nope, sales divided by my slash 7, tab. 1,484 bucks. Drag that down. And there we go. Now I got my sales for each day. Pretty simple. What about sales per hour? Sales per hour. And how I'm probably open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So how many hours is that? 8 to 4 is 12. 8 to 12 is 4 hours. 12 to 5 is 5 hours. That's 9 hours total. Okay, so if this is my sales per day, and there's 9 hours in a day. Let's see, I can either do this number divided by 9, or I could do this number divided by 9 times 7, 63. I choose to do this number divided by 9. Not too shabby. All right. Wow, look at all those numbers we did. Did we even type out half of those in? Nope. We just set the formulas and let them do all the work. 2019, where technology is our best friend. Yet another example of how they made technology very useful. Okay, wonderful. That's your assignment for today. If you finish with all these numbers, you can go ahead and do typing. Okay, if you want to work on your own personal budget, by all means. We got a lot of other cool stuff to learn. Look at all these buttons we've yet to touch. So get excited. It should be a lot of fun.